As we join you on Y101, here come the Toombs County Bulldogs for their first home playoff game since 2008 when they played Cook County. And if you were at that game, you probably remember it was very chilly on that November night at Booster Stadium with the temperature dropping down into the 30s. I actually looked on the internet and found a website that had old temperatures for all the cities, including Lyons and Vidalia. And it says at 8 o'clock on that particular night, the temperature was 40. Right now it's 55, but it'll be dropping, so it's a chilly night in the pit as the Bulldogs take on the Fitzgerald Purple Hurricane. One receiver to the short side. Bulldogs with a three-man front. Hal dropping back under pressure. Boyd is chasing him. Boyd trips him up. He throws the ball incomplete. Let's see if that is a sack or an incomplete pass. Boyd almost got the sack. He forced the incompletion. The Dogs get the ball anyway. Fantastic pressure by the senior Jaquel Boyd. And instead of starting at the Fitzgerald 46 with a sack, the Bulldogs will start off their first possession at the 40-yard line. First and 15, same play with the motion off to the left. And they're going to sweep it, and running the football is Gordon, breaking free to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and Nyquan Coleman grabs them and twists them down to the turf and around the 7-yard line. Alex Hunt faking a blitz, and they got to hand it off. There's a great line surge, and running the football in quite easily is Craddock for 6 on the 3-yard run. So the Purple Hurricanes look very efficient offensively despite missing their starting quarterback who signed with Virginia Tech. James Graham not able to play, a rotator cuff problem. And so the Purple Hurricanes drive about 60 yards and score 6. With their kicker coming out, I watched him in warm-ups, and he's got a very strong foot. Alex Martinez drills it through. 5:37 to go in the opening quarter, and it is 7-0 Purple Hurricanes on Y101. And the Purple Hurricanes put everybody basically inside the right hash, so they're going to kick it off to the left side. They'll be taken by an up back, Chandler Lynn, weaving and moving it down the sideline to the 40, to the 44-yard line. Chandler had a nice one against Bryan, but I'm talking about one for 70 or 80 or maybe a touchdown. Good return by Chandler, and the Bulldogs will have good field position up around their 45. Playing Thomasville. Sistrunk running near side. He's got room. Sistrunk to the 50, down to the 46, and very close to a Bulldog first down. So now it is second down, and McBride will keep the football. Moves to the right, inside the 30, 25, 20, down to the 15, and he's tackled. Trying to drive the Bulldogs into the south end zone. On a chilly night with the temperature dropping into the lower 50s. And McBride will throw the football in the slant, and Chandler Lynn bobbles it, but he recovers, catches the ball, and scores his first Bulldog touchdown. Chandler Lynn catching the slant in from Dalton McBride. Bobbled the ball at the 1-yard line, but brought it back in. He's a center fielder in baseball with good hands. And he grabbed that pass, caught the touchdown, 4th touchdown throw of the season for Dalton McBride. And for Chandler, his 9th catch of his freshman season. So now the Toombs County Bulldogs need a Rick Tinoco PAT to tie the ball game up at 7, and he is 27 of 29 kicking this year. He missed one last week. But the special teams want to have a big night. And here's the kick by Tinoco, right through the uprights in the south end zone to tie the game at 7. Good drive by the Dogs. And with 2:39 to play, it's 7-all in the opening quarter as we break on Y101. So the Bulldogs will load up the box, and they will run it, and Alex Hunt grabs his fellow number 27 and tackles him behind the line of scrimmage. Craddock had no chance as Alex read the play and made the tackle. So Alex, who had a fantastic game last week, subbing for Will Fuller, makes a big tackle right there. And that'll be the final play of the opening quarter. Loss of 1 on that one. And we'll go to the second quarter in a 7-7 game on Y101. All right, second and 13, and the Bulldogs will make another play behind the line of scrimmage on a run to the near side, and it's Demetrius Owens making the tackle Demetrius has been a fine one-on-one tackler for the Toombs County Bulldogs. I was very worried about him after the Swainsboro game because he was hit, and I watched the video after the game because I didn't really see it live, but he was hit by his teammate Jaquel Boyd. He talked about it on the Bulldog pregame show, and his shoulder was really hurting him after the ball game. It was in ice. His arm was in a sling, but he was back at practice on Monday. About a 3-yard loss on that play to make it 3rd and 15, and they're going to throw it right side. Double coverage that way, and number 3 dives for the ball. Did he catch it? Oh, my goodness. He made a fantastic catch against a double coverage, and nobody really played that ball, and that was a problem defensively for the Dogs. They were there, but nobody made a move, and he reached out and grabbed it down to the 3. 1st and goal for the Purple Hurricanes. Ethan Gordon, 5'9" junior, in the backfield, taking the handoff, coming to the near side, gets to the outside, and scoots into the end zone for a Purple Hurricane touchdown, and no Bulldog was able to even touch him, with Demetrius Owens and Tyler Smith kind of screened off the play. So Fitzgerald drives downfield, big catch by number 3, set him up. And then, of course, 2 nice running plays, and the Purple Hurricanes are back in front at 13-7. And now their kicker boots it into the south end zone, keeps it inside the left upright. It's good. And the Purple Hurricanes lead 14-7, 10:30 to go in the second quarter as we break on Y101. And so they started off with a sweep to Craddock, but the Bulldogs have seen that play before tonight and this season. And Alex Hunt comes over, and so does maybe Dakota Braddock and Irvin Mincy. And they make the tackle for a 1-yard loss. And receivers who can catch it. They change the formation. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1 receiver in motion now setting up in the backfield. That's number 3. Howell under pressure, and he is knocked down. I guess Irvin Mincy or Will Fuller will be credited with the sack. But the Bulldogs get the QB sack. It's going to be 4th down and really long as they bring him down at around the 28. He was trying to get away from the pressure and step up, and somehow he lost his balance. Maybe somebody touched him. It wasn't a solid hit. But the Bulldogs get the defensive stop, and now a chance to get good field position down 14-7 with 6:48 to go in the opening half. Here comes the Bulldog rush. The punt is very short. And it's going to bounce inside the 40 and roll for the Bulldogs down around the 32. You talk about a short field. Here's one right now for the Toombs County Bulldogs. Keyshawn Morgan remains in the backfield behind Dalton McBride. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and Keyshawn will run it to the short side, hops up in the air, breaks a tackle, spins, turns his back inside the 25, and kind of pushes his way. McBride again hands it off to Keyshawn to the short side. Keyshawn to the 10, Keyshawn to the 5. Keyshawn knocked out of bounds. 1st down, Dogs. That time he went to the left, and there was a big hole. So the left side of the O-line did a fantastic job.
Down to about the 1.
So Jaden able to pick up something there, but let's see how much on the spot. The ball seems to be just inside the 2. Bulldogs down by a touchdown. 4:31 to go second quarter. Sistrunk remains in the offensive backfield behind Dalton McBride. He'll get another chance. He dives into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown. He didn't go up high in the air, but he found an open slot as his offensive linemen kept their pad level low, which has been the theme for the last 3 weeks going into the Vidalia game. And it opened up a slot for Jaden to dive into the end zone and score a touchdown, and now the Dogs have a chance to tie it up. Sistrunk, who missed 4 games, has now scored 5 touchdowns in his senior season. You know, when the Bulldogs are playing their all-around game, their defense makes plays, special teams as well, and it sets up the offense with good field position, and that was the case as the Bulldogs made 2 TFLs on Fitzgerald's last possession and set up the 32-yard drive, and now Tinoco with Cloud holding will try to tie the game at 14. And he boots it very short because the hold was a little off because the snap was toward the inside part of Trey Cloud's body, and they all made an adjustment on that kick, and Tinoco barely got it over the crossbar, but it's good. And we got a 14-all game as we take another break on your home of the Dogs, Y101. Irvin Mincy and Jaquel Boyd setting up on the left side of the defensive line. Will Fuller's playing a lot on the defensive line tonight. Alex Hunt used to do that, but Alex now playing the linebacker position. And Dakota Braddock's on the defensive line. There's Irvin Mincy with a huge hit behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down on the play. Irvin absolutely beat his man, was there, made the tackle for a TFL, but what is the call on the penalty? Was Irvin offsides? It didn't look like he was. What else could it be? On a gain of 3 to make it 2nd down and 7. 1:52 to go in the second quarter. 2 receivers off to the left and 2 to the right for Matthew Howell, replacing James Graham, starting quarterback tonight. Fake the throw, runs it up the middle. He's tackled from behind by Irvin Mincy. So now Fitzgerald has a 3rd down situation with 90 seconds to go. 3rd and a short 3.
3rd down and 2.
So the Purple Hurricanes are set to go with Ethan Gordon in the offensive backfield. Tight formation. Gordon gets it, runs up the middle, fights forward, scoots free. The Bulldogs tackle him down around the 6. He almost scored. It took 2 dogs to bring him down. And Nyquan Coleman got involved in something, and he's pulled away by his teammate. The clock shows 43 seconds to go in the second quarter, and Fitzgerald is hurrying, and Gordon runs the ball. No, it's Howell scooting into the end zone on a fake. Nobody saw it, and he runs to the left and scores a touchdown. The Dogs and every one of them thought Gordon had the football, but he did not, and it was Howell who scored the touchdown. So Fitzgerald back on top on a roughly 3-yard run. And now Martinez will be kicking to the uprights in the south end zone once again. Puts a left foot on it and drills it. It's good. 34 seconds to go in the half, and Fitzgerald back on top at 21-14 on Y101.